welcome back to my channel. This is episode 3 of the Woodland Cottage Yarns Shopcast, and in today's episode we are going to be featuring a couple of the yarns that we carry, some of my personal favorites, and going into one personal work in progress that I'm knitting for myself, and then a work in progress that I'm knitting for as a sample for one of the yarns that I'm featuring here in this episode. We're also going to go into a quick tour of the shop. The physical location, our grand opening was 24 April here in Port Orchard, Washington. We are on Bay Street, down the street. We're in the same building as the Chinese restaurant, so if you haven't checked us out, come on out. We have plenty of options, and yeah, so we will go ahead and get started. The first yarn that I would like to feature in this month's episode is Donegal Tweed from Lang. And what I love about this yarn is, even though it is a non-superwash yarn, it is very, very kind of like airy and soft and squishy. I mean, it's not smooth. It's definitely got the rustic feel to it. But it's amazing for collarwork sweaters and hats. And I am working on the New Age by Sandy Mills. It's a collarwork hat. It is a, it's not a free pattern. It's a paid pattern that I got on Ravelry. So I don't want to give away any of the details as far as the pattern goes. But I will say it is a very well written pattern. It's easy to follow. And this is what it looks like at this point. Very easy knit. If you like knitting hats, I would highly recommend this pattern. I am working on a size 7 needle, I believe. And this is a worsted weight yarn. So this hat will be a sample in my shop within the next couple of weeks as soon as I finish knitting it and blocking it. So another of my favorite yarns that I carry is from Imperial Yarns, and this is a Denali Pecorino. It's a alpaca merino blend, and it is a 2-ply sport. And I love how soft and airy this yarn feels. It is pretty lightweight as far as the drape goes, but I would highly recommend this yarn for your lightweight sweaters. It is a sport weight, so it would definitely be great for spring or even for fall. Maybe not necessarily for winter, but I absolutely love the colors. My favorite blend would have to be this pink and yellow. These two would go great together. And yes, and these are one of my favorite yarns that I carry in this shop. So hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. I love hearing what everyone else's favorites in the shop is. So feel free to leave a comment or come talk to me when you're in here. The personal project that I'm working on for myself is using a 100% alpaca finger weight yarn. And I'm working on the Sabrine sweater by Vanessa Smith. It's an absolutely beautiful sweater. And you can see there are 2 cables up there. I do not plan on doing the waist shaping. I do not have the waist for that personally, so I'm actually going to knit mine just straight to have it more squared shape. I am doing, because this sweater you can either do the turtleneck or knit a shorter neckband to do more of a boat neck. So I'm opting to do the turtleneck. So here is what mine looks like right now. I also have some pictures that I'm going to show of these 2 works in progress. But I absolutely love alpaca yarn. Very, very squishy and drapey. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm just about done with the neck. I'm about to start working on the yoke. So I will be posting pictures on here on each of my videos that I make for YouTube, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. All right. Next, we will go into the tour of the shop. So we start out with the bath and body section. We have also some wax melts, and I also handcraft tallow soap. So we have quite a selection of scented soap. And then we move over to our fingering weight section. So this is the yarn that I dye personally. And then there's CMS Supply Company from Virginia. There's Kelleborn Woolens perennial colors. We have some Briar Patch, Jada Woo, which is also local to Washington, and the Ginger Needle. And you can see that we have cubbies below that. There's some Cricket Donegal Tweed fingering, some Luca S from Italy, and then we have Shetland wool that is US based. We have quite a few collars from them. Would be perfect for pretty much any collar work project. So you can see here that it is US based, and it is 100% North American Shetland wool. Very thin yarn, it's a 2-ply jumper weight. Then to the left we have some more imperial yarn. This is the Mackenzie fingering weight yarn, 100% merino, 3-ply. Then above that we have some mohair, for those of you who like to have work with mohair. That is from Kelleborn Woolens. Then that is the beautiful view from our shop. Absolutely love all the natural light that it lets in. So here is our first ever Cottage Club special pack. This first month was based on Alice. Then over here we have the Wool Couture chunky yarn. Very fun yarn to work with for those who like to work with really chunky yarn. You can see I made a quick little example there. We have a small cotton section, so one of our options is from Kelleborn. This is Skipper. Above that we have Lion Brand's Mako cotton. It's a softer cotton and slightly thicker. Some pretty colors. Then we have some basket weaving kits from Flax and Twine. Some more cotton. And then there is the table with the Donegal Tweed from Lang. Some project bags. We have plenty of project bag options. This is one of these stands that carries them. And we also have some Bucilla amigurumi beginner crochet kits and a felting kit for the mushrooms. We have a large variety of mandalas from Lion Brand. It's an acrylic yarn. We also have some baby yarn from Lion Brand. But I absolutely love these mandalas. If you like yarn that kind of color changes and gives you a variety of colors, these are really good. You can see we have a pretty wide selection. We also have some fisherman's wool from Lion Brand. This would be great for knitting, crocheting, or felting. And it is a worsted weight. You get quite a bit of yarn for the price, so I really like carrying that. We have more amigurumi kits here from Okie Dokies, also some from Red Heart. And some more mandala options down there. And we have some raw fiber. This is alpaca merino blend for those who like to spin. And then this is our bulky, chunky worsted weight DK wall. So Malabrigo Vientos. We also carry Malabrigo Rios and Arroyo, as well as Silky Merino. Absolutely, excuse me, love the color of Malabrigo. We also have a wide selection of Letlopi, which is an Icelandic yarn. It's definitely intended for exterior wear. I love my Letlopi sweaters, so if any of you have worked with Letlopi before, it's kind of one of those things, if you know, you know. It's beautiful yarn, but it's a very specific yarn. So not everyone's going to like Letlopi. It's one of those yarns you either love or hate. This is my yarn here that I've dyed in Jada Woo DK. And some Silky Merino from Malabrigo. We also have some Essential Luxuries, more alpaca merino blend yarn. This is their DK. And then below that we have Lion Brand's Merino Yak Alpaca yarn. It's beautiful yarn, very soft and fluffy. So I know I use the word fluffy a lot, but that's kind of my personal favorite in yarn, is fluffy and squishy. So this is Corriedale wool here from Cardo. Very bulky weight. Would be great for your really thick colorwork sweaters. You'd get a lot of structure from that yarn. So here is our felters corner here. So we got some 1 ounce packs of wool for felting or spinning. We got felting needles and we got felting kits there. We also have some beginner felting kits from Wool Buddy. Some felting mats. We got the carding brushes, again with the Wool Buddy felting kits. And then below that we have some more bulky weight yarn from Imperial Yarns again. This is the Klamath yarn. And I love working with this yarn. You'll see a sample sweater using this yarn here in a little bit. We have plenty of hand-dyed roving for spinners who like to work with colored fiber. So Malabrigo Noob, which is a merino wool. We have quite a few options from H.M. Lloyd Mercantile from Spokane Valley in Washington, so very local to the shop. So this is a Shetland roving braid. Beautiful colors. This one right here is actually one of my favorite colorways. This is an Eider Parakeet colorway. Absolutely love the colors on this one. And I also have a couple that I dyed. So this is merino, pinks and blues. Yep. And so we also carry some fleece from a local shepherd here in Port Orchard. So from Coopworth Fleece, and I really cannot get the camera to focus very well, but they are local here to Port Orchard. So there is a picture of Marley, and there's Marley's fleece, or I should say roving bump, not his actual fleece. It's obviously been washed since it came from him, but and then there is that sweater from the Klamath yarn. And I have some artwork from a local artist. So if you love postcards and from local artists, we carry those. Some tissue. We have a lot of mugs, coffee mugs. I know that whenever I sit down to knit, I always love to have a nice warm cup of coffee. So I thought it goes perfect with a yarn shop. My own opinion. We have plenty of buttons. Unfortunately, right now all I have are wooden buttons, so not much else at the moment, but they are cute. We got some leaves and fall, some large mandala buttons, some sheep buttons, cat buttons, little kitty cats, guitars, and more cat buttons there. Fun colors, fun shapes. And then here is some books, the Knotted Levies. I actually did that lamb up there. Here's that Imperial Yarn alpaca merino blend. Very beautiful, very soft, fluffy yarn. Highly recommend that yarn. It's one of my favorites. A lot of cute little tins, little row counter, more mugs, more pattern books. There's the Notions binder. If you have a lot of, little knitting needles, stitch markers. We also now carry a tea blend from Sierra Serenity. Wonderful tea. So this particular one is Orchard Mint. Highly recommend them. So this will now be in my store. Some yarn sets. That's a shawl kit right there with the blue. So we have a loom kit, crochet hooks, needlepoint protectors for knitters. Really fun. Cute little things. Stitch markers, crochet hooks from Knit Pro. Knitting needles from Addie and Chaigu. And some of the double pointed needles down there. We have quite a few options of knitting patterns. I know that books might be a lot of money up front, but you get so many patterns for the cost. You don't have to worry about printing them out because they're already printed in the book. Yeah, so thanks for taking the tour with me, and hopefully I get to meet you guys in person if I haven't already. And thank you all so much. Alright, that is it for this episode. Really short and sweet. I will see you guys next time. Just as for your information, my plan is to at least have one episode per month. I'm also planning on putting out some patterns via YouTube, and kind of like a knit along and crochet along that route. So just stay tuned for that, and I will put out more information as I get it. But for now, knit, crochet, create. Thank you. Bye.